Today's headline hits hard. US appears to expand targets in sixth straight day of fighting. Iran war live updates. The story is a stark reminder of how adapters for conflict are rapidly shifting from the quiet corners of diplomatic tables to the front lines of Middle Eastern skirmishes. For the sixth consecutive day, Congress and the military have been racing to respond to a proven pattern of Iranian missile and missile ballistic attacks on Israeli territory, and, on the same deadline, the US has been stepping deeper into Iranian airspace by targeting what Washington calls its military infrastructure. From what we can see, the US units flying the latest intelligence-guided precision strikes have been calibrated to intercept launch sites, drones, and missile batteries moving south along the Hajar mountain range and into the Khuzestan province, the region where Iran stores a large portion of its ballistic capacity. This isn't the first time Washington has taken that route. The last year, the US carried out dozens of drone and ballistic missile strikes in northern and southern Iran to keep the regime at bay. And now, on Thursday's attack wave, Iranian forces intensified their barrage against bases that house coalition forces across the region: Saudi Arabia, Oman, and Qatar. These aren't homegrown provocations, they're part of a broader theater that Washington has termed the defensive stabilization mission, even as it covertly tips its pilots to fight until a diplomatic solution is found. The stakes keep folding in. Over 400 Iranian rockets have been launched this week toward Israel, causing not only casualties but diplomatic friction in every realm. A new pattern has emerged. While the US is expanding its own list of targets inside Iran, Iranian forces are proactively striking coalition outposts outside the bounds of direct conflict. The two sides are playing a game of high-stakes chess, with every move measured by potential retaliation. Behind the numbers, analysts point out that the US believes the dual-blow approach, striking both the Iranian launch sites and bases supporting allies, will deter the regime from destabilizing the Gulf region. Yet, with the US allying more closely with Israel and other Gulf states, the question remains: how far can Washington push before the consequences spill over? And how swiftly does Iran respond when it sees its infrastructure under fire? In terms of logistics, Washington's state-of-the-art intelligence-gathering units were integral to the operation. Satellites and other mapping data were streamed to a command center, while infantry units on the ground tracked potential target coordinates in real time. It's a blend of hard-edge technology and the old-school patrols that keep the house in order. There has also been political chatter in Washington. In a press briefing via satellite, Secretary of Defense Lloyd Austin called the strikes a strategic response to an ongoing threat that is both credible and imminent. Meanwhile, congressmen on the House Armed Forces Committee urged their chairman to keep the Patriot missile response lines open for lethal force, asserting that the regime's next step was just a phone call away. Across the globe, analysts predict that if Iran interprets these strikes as a direct incursion into its sovereignty, a sudden escalation could bring emergency war talks to a halt, and in the worst case, the region could see a wide-scale military clash. In a nutshell, this is a new chapter in the longer story of Mid-Eastern tension. The US seems very keen to broaden its strike corridor inside Iran, while the Iranian military continues to pressure coalition allies. The risk isn't only strategic, it's human and diplomatic. I'll keep you updated as the details evolve, but for now, be it the expanding list of US targets or the increasing Iranian barrages, news emanates from the same source: a world where military strategy is being redefined in real time. That's all for today. Until next time, keep listening, stay informed, and remember, the news we report is not just headlines, it's a window into the conflicts that shape our world. Goodbye.